I was having a discussion with a close friend of mine in regards to university degrees and the lack of job opportunities associated with said degrees. So I finished my Bachelor's of Health Science in Occupational Health and Safety. It's been a very long time applying for these kind of positions, just as a graduate program. I'm not asking so I can be a manager. Don't care about the responsibility for that at the moment, especially with no experience. But the expectation of finishing a degree, spending so many years. I paid about 18 grand for my degree. I know it's like a fraction of what the US pays, but it's still a lot of money. We still have to pay that back. I put a lot of effort into it. Of course, I didn't get all high distinctions. I had to have a full-time job to pay off the mortgage and stuff. My expectation of getting a degree was basically just like in the olden days. The yesteryear days, man, was, hey, listen, you do either basically three things, isn't it? Is you go to university, you get a white-collar job, you do a trade, you get a trade job, and if you don't do pretty much anything, you can work as a labourer. I have a Mark II, man, and I have shot people in the fucking chest, man. And zilcho, nada, nothing, just wounded them. The expectation is that you don't just hop into a white-collar job now, but at least you've got a chance, man, to get this kind of fucking work. Man, it's been... Is this thing gonna go, man, or not? It's been such a long time, and I've always been applying for graduate programs. I had many interviews when I first graduated, which was less than 2 years ago, and I even worked up in the mines, just trying to get into occupational health and safety. Man, I tried my absolute best, and I cannot get in. I personally know somebody that has finished a degree in petroleum engineering. 6 years, man, 6 years before he got an opportunity to work for a large organization. 6 years, man, and he was really good at his degree. Absolutely smashed it, like got distinctions and high distinctions, and just could not move, could not land a good job. And it's the same with me. I've been working in the security industry for 14 years. Only 4 years of that was occupied by my degree. So why I want to bring this up is two reasons. So I have a bachelor's in health science, and the next one up is graduate certificate, graduate diploma, master's, PhD. So I want to know what happened to the culture in regards to parents telling kids you will never amount to anything unless you go to university. Do good in school. Otherwise, if you don't go to university, you're just going to have a shit life. I personally know a male who's done his 4-year apprenticeship in carpentry, worked his way through the ranks over the course of 10 to 15 years, the same amount of time that I've done in security, and is now a project manager for both local and fly-in, fly-out opportunities across West Australia. The advertising, again, on buses and on billboards, and I don't watch TV, but I'm assuming on TV, if you want an exceptional career, the best thing to do is get a university degree. I think the only few careers that you can actually get by only a university is doctors, lawyers, architects, like the high-end shit. But that comes to what I'm experiencing. You finish your degree in architecture, that's a 5-year degree. It's hard as fuck. I know 3 people, 1 that has graduated, 2 that are currently studying it. They reckon it's fucking hard, man. It's a full-time job, 12 hours a day, basically doing it because the assignments are fucking full on and you're not guaranteed work. When I was 18, I applied for a newspaper ad. Back in my day, we didn't have much of Seek. I applied for work as a bouncer. I said, look, if I work Monday to Friday, I don't drink alcohol. I didn't drink alcohol much back then, and now I only drink socially. Like, okay, the wine's here, might as well hit it. Anywho, so I sent in an application in the morning, got a phone call literally an hour later. Sorry dude, what the fuck was that? And he says, man, can you start this weekend? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I didn't realize it was that easy to get into this kind of job. He's like, well, man, we're screaming for dudes. I've got plenty of contracts for you, man. I've got like 6 or 7 clubs that you can work at. Basically, when can you start? All I need is your first aid certificate and your crowd controller and security license number. I'm like, what do you mean my license number, man? Like, I don't have a fucking license number. What do you need to be a security guard? He says, look, you need to do a certificate 2 in security operations. Go through this guy. It's about $400. Now it's like 800, 900. It's $400. You get your security and you get your crowd controller's certificate and license. You take them to the blah, and then you get registered, and you get fingerprinted, and then all that sort of fucking shit. Yeah, alright, cool, no worries, moving on. I was with him for 5 years, man. I was with him for 5 years. But he was really stingy, and he gave me like $12.50 an hour, and the market at that time in 5 years ended up going to $17 an hour. So I was like, dude, either up me to $17 an hour, man, or I'm leaving, because I've been with you for like 5 years, bro. And he's like, oh, you know, times are tough, this, that, and the other. I was like, well, fuck off. So I just went to somebody else. 5 years is more than enough. But that's the fucking point, dude. I'm being rejected. Which is rude. Constantly, man, by my application. My resume is absolutely on point. I got told by the senior HR representative of the government, yeah, the people that solely do for the fucking government. She said your application is spectacular. However, in this one particular case, they wanted your selection criteria to be the heading, then the explanation. Heading, explanation. So just copy and paste the selection criteria, put your answer underneath. I was like, I fucking didn't know that, and it doesn't say in the application. Otherwise, I would have done it, man. It would have what? And a 1 hour job? Are you kidding me? I would have done that, and I would have saved it and used it for something else. She goes, your resume is great. Your experience is fantastic. Your qualifications are on point. Everything is fine. They just wanted this from your selection criteria. So my application is fine. My experience is fine. I'm old enough to do the fucking job that they want as a safety graduate or even a safety advisor. I'm not a pleb. I just can't get in. So now I'm at a crossroads. What do? Do I do another career? Nursing, for example, that's still 80 grand a year. I know a nurse that's done permanent night shift at our other hospital, and she did about 100 grand, $105,000 a year, but permanent night shift. So she's got the penalties, but she got smashed with permanent night shifts. It works well because she's got kids, and her husband works 9 to 5 during the day, and blah blah blah. Anyway, cool. So do I do nursing, or do I step across and do addiction studies? I'm actually interested in addiction studies. I'm interested in addiction studies, but there's no fucking work in there because I don't have a degree in psychology or something else that they require. Like, oh, you've got a degree in addiction studies. That means, you know, you can't work around people with addiction. I fucking got the degree in it. What else would I do a degree in addiction? I'm at the crossroads. Do I do another career, another degree so I can get another career? Or do I continue to go along this path? If I go along this path, which is what I want to do, I actually want to do occupational health and safety. Somebody asked me when I was a couple of years back, why do you want to do occupational health and safety? And I was stuck there like a stunned mother, like, I like safety. That's just a stupid answer. No, I like that 50% is orientated in the office and 50% is orientated outside, traveling around West Australia. If they got contracts outside West Australia, you can go there to that mining company and whatnot. I'm hiding as fuck right now because this guy is bombing the shit out of me. Oh, I have a night shark. Sorry, my bad. Mink. So I don't want to do addiction studies. I don't really want to be a nurse. Yeah, even though there's good money in that, because that's what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for the money, and I don't want to do it for the money. I've got money. Like, anyway. So, is the fact that I've only got a bachelor's in occupational health and safety not enough for employers? Are they looking for people that have done their graduate certificate and graduate diploma? We don't know. That's the problem, and that's the point of the video. I would make a proposition. So, let's say I want to go down the path of occupational health and safety. I actually give a shit about it. I really want to learn more about it. I think it'll be an interesting career. I think it'll be a career for the rest of my life. It's rewarding both I worked as a consultant in occupational health and safety, and it was absolutely rewarding as fuck. I got to travel, I got to work alongside BHP and alongside Woodside. And I didn't get any chances with Rio Tinto, but I did work for the Chamber of Commerce and Industry. That was cool. I enjoyed all of that. So my proposition is I've got my police clearance, so I'm not a psycho, right? But what I'm about to propose is psychotic. One is, one isn't. Call me. When I apply for a safety graduate position, call me. Dan, good morning. So, like your resume, like that you've got a lot of life experience. Trust me, working in an emergency department, it makes you grow up real quick. We like that you got life experience. We know that you've got a bachelor's in health science and a certificate for in training and assessments. We've seen that you've got 2 years of consultancy experience. We can see that you're not a plebologist. However, the people that are beating you have their graduate diploma and say, Dan, how about this? Come in for an interview just to make sure that you're not a psycho. If you nail the interview, nail the medical, nail the pre-employment, any pre-employment check, drug, alcohol, crime, whatever you want, check it, all yours. Come as a graduate with us on minimum wage. No cash, no like tax me and all that sort of stuff. At the end of the year, out of the contract, in the contract, I'll give you 50% back. Cash. I don't give a fuck. I want to work. I want to go to work, man. And I want a career. I'm done with the only opportunities I get is I can work at JB Hi-Fi selling DVDs or some shit. Let's say I make 45 grand a year. I work 8 to 5 with a half an hour lunch break. All the traveling, all this and that and the other, I have to pay for. The company shells out nothing unless you get some sort of dividend from the government. And then that's fine, do what you gotta do with paperwork. But at the end of the year, if I make 48 grand, I'll give you $24,000 back in cash. Whoever you want me to send the check to, the CEO, the finance sector, I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the career, the long run. If it's gonna cost me 25 grand and I've got a job literally for the rest of my life, think about it. It's 1 year of my life that I have to sacrifice to prove to you, and you got first 3 months as well. 3 months, you've got. Are you gonna beep at me, bro? Are you beeping at me, dick? Let me just kill these motherfuckers and I'll get back onto it. Where was that bullet coming from? You don't even know. You don't even know. That's a good proposition. That proves that I don't want your money. I genuinely want to be with the company. Don't care what I do either. What else did I say? I said, if for the first 2 years, yeah, you want to pay me minimum wage just to bring you coffee. That's the graduate position, yeah? Minimum wage, all I have to do is bring you coffee. Proofread some documents. There you go. There was a Guinness World Record guy who can spin the most amount of basketballs at one time. And he got these sticks with the pointy ends and stuff, and he had them on his feet and his hands and his fucking chin and his forehead, and he was balancing, I don't know, like 6 balls on his face. I don't know. That's how I would deliver your coffee. Because if you're gonna take the piss to say, well, it's gonna cost me 25 grand to have a slave, then that's fine, man. I'll do that. Because obviously you're taking the piss, but what I'll put on my resume is graduate program. Dude, who is seeing this? Is anybody seeing any? I feel bad for you, hon, but like, you're shooting at me. So. Dude, I'm dying from NPCs right now. What the fuck, dude? How am I dying? Wait. I love how you fucking launch me on the other side of the map. Oh, I have this gun here. Hang on. Boom, dead. Ow. Dead. Idiot. Did you fucking see that? It didn't even... You know what I'm gonna do? Watch this. Still not done, bro. Where are these people, bro? Bro, can I do the stage already or what? How many enemies were there? Right, so I'll do the graduate program. It just won't move around a pole. I'll do the graduate program and I'll fucking bring everyone coffees. I'll shout the coffee. Dude, I'll do that. I'll serve you coffee, man. I'll just like who wants a coffee? I'll do that, man. I don't care. I'll do that. 2 years of it, man. Like, if North Korean prison of war can stay 2 years without dying, bullshit. 2 years without dying doing slave labor. What, I can't do 2 years of serving coffee for 20 grand? Are you kidding me? As long as the mortgage is covered on a monthly basis, I'm done. I'm fine with that. And that was it. That's my proposition, man. Another proposition as I make is this. Call me up, Dan. So, seen your resume, look. We'll hire you as a safety graduate. But the people who are beating you, is what I've mentioned in the previous one, is people that have finished their graduate certificate and their graduate diploma. I make you a proposition. You hire me, I don't start. I nail the interview, nail the medical. Again, this is copy and paste from the other shit that I was talking about. But I sign the contract that I start in a year's time. Or I start, but my part-time, I have to, as part of the contract, complete my graduate certificate and graduate diploma. Not your funding. I'll pay hex, man. I'll pay the course cash, mate. Yeah, why would I lose to somebody who works at Big W or some shit? Do you even look at my resume? So you can see in my experience, hospital, fly in, fly out. I both did safety in the fly in, fly out, and I did security. Yeah, so I got that. And on the next one, you'll see 2 years safety consultant. Why would you go and hire somebody from Big W? I'm not going to the interview with a trench coat and wearing nothing underneath. Dude, I'm presentable. I've got a ridiculously expensive suit that I wear. I shave my beard, I shave my head. I honestly look like an egg. But I do all that just to nail the interview. I went for a graduate position years back, before I finished my degree. And I lost, because I called them up after I lost the thing, because I ended up chatting to the CEO. I made the CEO laugh naturally so hard she snorted so dramatically. I was embarrassed. I'm like, I don't know, can you just Control Z that shit? Like, that's pretty embarrassing. But I was laughing like, oh, do you know why? I called her. She said this: you didn't get the graduate position because you admitted on helping other students with their diploma in occupational health and safety from TAFE. I'm helping other people so they pass, so they can have an opportunity to work in occupational health and safety like I do. I'm helping them. I'm not asking them for money. Well, we don't like that because, you know, it's against the rules. So what, Linda got it because she doesn't help people? You see somebody struggling on the ground like, dickhead, fuck you. No. Well, she got that and I didn't? Are you kidding me, man? I've got all this life experience. Nah. Big W, though. Fucking, she works at Target, mate. She's the bomb. Oh, yeah, but you can't say that. I said that to somebody and people start laughing. You're a fucking idiot. You know. Once that it's illegal. Yeah, probably. Of course, it sounds stupid. It sounds like I'm some psycho. Like, you know, I'll come to your office and just go, blah, blah, blah. You know, no, man. I'm professional. Dude, this is my time, man. Well, how I am in real life and at work, I'm completely different than how I am on YouTube. They go on my Facebook profile. They'll copy and paste the username of the YouTube video, put it on there, and just go, fucking, oh, this guy's a psycho, mate. Like, you know, he's talking about Tinder sluts and Snapchat bitches. He's gonna destroy the company. No one does that, man. Like, there's two different personalities. My YouTube personality and how I am in real life. Just because I'm confident, what, dude? See the shit that I've seen, and you'll understand confident. That's it. That's all I want to say. I fucking sound like a psycho. Sorry for swearing so much, but I'm pissed off, man. Like, I don't deserve to be working at $20 an hour. My friends are like, still, dude, you're still working. I was like, yeah, I'm still working this shit. Fuck, man. I'm just better than this. I saw an ad, literally moving cars, man. Like 20 cents an hour to move a car from point A to point B. You should see the requirements, man. Proven experience in dealing with cars. How the fuck do you think I get to work? Oh my god. Oh. Now multiply me by how many other stories are out there, man. People are finishing their masters just to get an entry-level job. So either stop talking shit in the adverts. Stop the culture where parents, this will never fucking happen, but where the parents encourage their kids to go only to university. If you don't go to uni, you're a piece of shit. How many people are suffering like this? Get rid of the culture. Get rid of this shit, man. With the advertising, you can't because you're all desperate for it. It's $1,000 a unit. What am I paying $1,000? Statistics? I have to do statistics. Binomial distribution. Fuck off. At least $1,000, man. Include the books and the stuff. Nah, just a unit. I'm sorry I came across this way, man. You gotta understand, dude, I put so much effort into that degree. I put so much effort into myself as a human being. And a lot of other people as well. Like, I keep forgetting of that. It'll never happen. No one invests in other people. But I'm old school. I'm just exactly like my father, man. You give me a chance in the most unorthodox way imaginable. It's irrelevant to us WOGs, mate. We'll do it. We'll do it, man. I will stay with your company for 5 to 10 years. There's no worries. You want me to bring you coffee, man, like this? No worries. I was ending here. Alright, I'm done. I'm gonna go to the gym. 3 o'clock. Fuck this shit.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.